Candlestick Park, a stadium that has housed numerous championship teams, plays host for this afternoon's matchup between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, friends. Jim Nance, my partner Phil Sims. We love rivalry games, and we've got one for you today.
You know what? They don't like each other. So that's going to be, I love that when teams really have that rivalry and they play each other. You can feel the emotion. It always transpires into a fun game.
All right, now let's go to Danielle Bellini, who has more on today's game.
I spoke with both the 49ers and the Giants, Jim, and they both talked about this game being one up front. It's one of the best offensive lines going up against one of the best defensive lines. So while many fans may not notice the battle up front, today they should take a moment to watch it because it's going to be a great one. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Danielle, and now we'll go to the field. '49ers setting up for the kickoff. He'll have a chance to take off. Not able to kick it into second gear as he's taken down after a return of about 20. And here's two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback out of Ole Miss, Eli Manning, taking the field.
Well, here we go. Another start for Eli Manning. This guy basically has not missed a snap in his NFL career. He has done a great job of avoiding taking big hits. And, of course, also has won a couple Super Bowls. MVP in both.
One big playmaker for the Giants is Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz is a dangerous player when he plays the slot, Jim. When he's inside, if you're on the defense, you better double team him.
And Cruz is lined up in the slot. Second down, 3 to go. As they go ground here, they tackle him for a loss. The pass rushing demon of the 49ers is Aldon Smith.
Aldon Smith is asked to do a lot of this 49ers defense. When they just ask him to rush the passer, he's as good as it gets.
And Nix is in the slot. Third down and 6. It's incomplete. The defender had it for a moment, but could not pick it off cleanly. The defense does its job, forces the incompletion, and now they'll receive the punt. Going to try his luck here. And the tackle was made at the 48-yard line. Kaepernick heading out now for his first series.
Well, I know Colin Kaepernick, quite a lot of people with this play during the playoffs last year, making so many dynamic throws down the field and some exceptional runs, too.
Gore's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Quarterback flips it to the running back. Impressive piece of running by Gore. It didn't take long, but they're already in scoring territory inside the red zone.
Yeah, they're making it look easy, aren't they, so far? But you've got to be alert on the defensive side right now because this offense loves to go for the touchdown once they get into the red zone.
Keep an eye on this man right here, Vernon Davis, in this game.
If Vernon Davis wasn't so big, you could play him at wide receiver because he has the speed of a wide receiver. And we've seen it so many times. He could take a 5-yard catch and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown. It's getting harder and harder in the NFL to score when you're this close to the goal line. So what will the offense do? They better be creative. That's all I know.
Third and goal at the 2. Back, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, the defense knew that they were probably going to see a run here in third and goal. And what do? It doesn't matter. They still get blown off the line of scrimmage by the offensive line. Nice job.
The Giants prepared to return the kickoff. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. David Wilson lined up in the backfield. First down and 10. Wilson tackled at the 29-yard line. After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now second down and 10. Manning will take the snap from the shotgun. Justin Smith brings the quarterback down.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
The Giants will line up the first down markers right at the 39-yard line. And Nix is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Stands in the pocket. And for a second straight play, he takes a sack.
Yeah, that time, Jim, it's strictly the quarterback's fault. The protection was there. He held the football too long. Why, I don't know. There were receivers open down the field. He just couldn't pull the trigger.
That sack on third down gets the defense off the field.
This punt will be returned. He's brought to a halt. Colin Kaepernick under center. Frank Gore gets it here. Ready to pounce on the quarterback today, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul is a difference maker. He can ruin the run game, and also you have to double team him anytime there's a pass because he knows how to get to the quarterback.
The 49ers still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. Gore.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets him a few yards.
And here we are with the San Francisco 49ers, a team we covered in the Super Bowl down in New Orleans, Super Bowl 47. And this has the makings of a team that's going to be good for a long, long time.
Yeah, it sure does. I think the big thing with the San Francisco 49ers, when you look at their football team, you go, okay, where can they improve? They need a consistent pass rush. In the NFL, if you can't hit the quarterback every now and then, I don't care how good your defensive backs are, you're going to give up yards and points. So the 49ers need to get better rushing the quarterback.
I know all these things don't necessarily relate to your one given team, but if you looked at the graphic about how the teams that lost the previous year's Super Bowl, how they fare the next, a great many of them struggle the next season.
I think that, yeah, I think you're right. I think history tells us that. It's going to be different this time, though. This San Francisco 49ers team, they are really good. They have so many dynamic players, and I just can't imagine Jim Harbaugh backing off and not having control of this football team and getting it done one more time. Oh, my gosh, he should have scored that time. Gets tackled inside the 5-yard line. Now we'll see if the offense is good enough to push it in.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
San Francisco, touchdown.
I'd say this run by the offense is just, it's arrogance. They just say, you can't stop us, and they lined up and just shoved it down the defense's throat. Nice run there on first and goal for the touchdown.
The 49ers with the PAT to come. And the point after is good.
The Giants prepared to return the kickoff.
They're setting up the return. The return was well covered, and it's a run back of only about 18. The Giants come onto the field for their next series. David Wilson lined up in the backfield. Wilson's going to take the handoff now.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
And Nix is lined up now as a slot receiver.
Second down and 8. The ball is out.
Good piece of tackle.
That was just a terrible job by the offensive player that time. Protect the football. No excuse for letting it fumbling the football in a situation like that.
They're happy to begin this drive from this point.
Frank Gore is in the backfield. Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. Makes the catch. Muscles through the defender.
Oh, wow, another couple inches, and that would have been 6 points for the offense, but he just falls short.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
Short run, and it's a touchdown.
That was just an awful job, wasn't it, by the defense? I mean, it's first and goal. Well, you know it's going to be a run, or I think you should be playing run. The defense not ready. They get overpowered, and they give up the running touchdown.
The 49ers are going to get lined up to kick it off. The offense is pleased with that last scoring drive, but the defense really made it happen, doing the heavy lifting by forcing the fumble and giving them great field position. Gets out past the 30, brought down near the 35. The Giants bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive.
First down here.
Wilson's the ball carrier out of the eye. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter.
What a good job by the defensive player there, just flushing the running back and driving him into the ground.
David Wilson lined up in the backfield. He'll fire it out to the left.
And that's a gain of 10. They're going to the hurry-up offense, and they're back to the line quickly. They've got a first down now after that catch.
Ball's on the ground.
It's now second down. Tight ends in motion here.
Manning's going to take it from the gun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Well, after watching that play, I think it's safe to say you can tell it's an injury to the lower body. Really big hit. Feel bad for the guy. I hope he's okay.
Brown's got it on the handoff. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
This defense you're playing against, they're pretty good. So it's fourth down near midfield. Punt the football.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The 49ers offense now coming out. Running formation here. Offense in the full house set. First and 10. The quarterback will hand it off. Going to be a tackle for a loss.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Well, the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
So that's going to do it for the first half. 49ers are up in this one,
which is brought to you by Verizon.
We're back here now in this one, where the 49ers lead by 21.
Danielle Bellini is there with the latest from the sidelines.
Thanks, Jim. I got a chance to quickly speak with Dan Connor during halftime. His team is trailing up to this point, but he thinks his defense can turn this thing around, guys. He said we just need to create opportunities for our offense, whether that's turnovers or good field position. If we do that, we can come back. That's all for now, guys. Back to you.
Danielle, thank you very much. Now we'll go to the field. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
The 49ers ready to take over the football.
Gore's lined up in a single back formation. Now first and 10.
Frank Gore gets it here.
Jenkins is a receiver in the slot. Kaepernick from the gun.
Well, these are the kind of throws in the NFL, Jim, you just take for granted that if it's open, you are going to hit it. But the quarterback makes a big mistake, leads the receiver too far to the inside, and it goes incomplete.
Jenkins lined up in the slot. 3rd and 4, looking to the right side and throwing. The 49ers get a first down. Nowhere else to go, and he's out of bounds.
This is what drives coaches crazy. You make the quarterback throw it short, then you can't come up and make the tackle, and you give up a long gain. You got your players in position. That's all you can do. Now it's up to them to make a play.
The give to the running back. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Running backs, they love counter runs. They know when a defense has been over pursuing, so they make that fake one way, and when they cut it back, there's usually a great running lane there.
Gains 15.
Well, the defense in a perfect situation at times. They make the quarterback throw it short, but then nobody makes the tackle. Get in position, wrap your arms around the legs of these receivers, and bring them down.
And almost picked off.
As much as these guys practice during the offseason, training camp, during the week, you think receivers and quarterbacks would always be on the same page. That time they were not, and it's another incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Kaepernick still got the football after the play fake. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
The intended receiver on the play.
And Williams is in the slot. Kaepernick's got it in the gun. Eyeing that left side. And incompletion right there, but it really should have been an interception. A lot of athleticism on display right there. Two battling for the football, and no one able to come away with it.
You said it right. Two tremendous athletes, but a good job by the defense that time. They won out.
Comes up short.
And the field goal comes up just short, Jim. This guy does not have a very strong leg, so it's not a great surprise.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Manning's back in shotgun formation. Challenging the defenders to the right side. The Giants now move the chains.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a first down. That's a nice job by the offense.
And Nix is going to get set in the slot for this snap. 1st and 10. The throw to the left. That's an interception.
That was a terrible throw by the quarterback. When you're off target like that, you deserve to throw an interception.
Offense lines up here. 1st down and 10. Gore. Gains 18.
That's a nice job blocking by the offensive line and a really good job by the running back. Seeing the proper hole, gets up in there and picks up big yards.
Bolden's lined up now as a slot receiver. 1st and 10. Play action. He'll fire it out to the left. The tackle is made.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
Frank Gore is in the backfield. Gore's taking the handoff. That picks up 7.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
From the red zone. 1st down here after the run. Kaepernick's going to take the snap from the shotgun. And you can see how they fared in the red zone to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon. "15 minutes to go. Back after this word from your local station. Welcome back and batten down the hatches. This has been a one-sided occasion. And Manningham's a receiver in the slot. He'll take the snap, the first here in the 4th quarter. How about that run? Touchdown!
Never be satisfied in the NFL. Players are just too good. So when you get a chance to score, even though you're leading, take advantage of it. Awesome job by the coordinator on those play calls.
He made it. The Giants are getting ready for the return. And can they return to a competitive state in this one as the game is starting to get out of hand? The score's 28-0. Gets out past the 30 and brought down at the 35. The Giants getting set now for their next series. The defense comes out of the dime. Now 1st and 10. The quarterback throws to the right. He is brought down at the 49-yard line.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
David Wilson lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. Looks to his left. That catch gives them a 1st down.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a 1st down.
First down here after the completion. Looking to go up top again on 1st down. Challenges the coverage. It has the completion.
Anytime you get in the red zone, you want to punch it in there and get 7 points. They're being dominated today. They're down more than 7, but don't worry about it. Score here and just keep playing.
The offense getting set. The goal line in sight. So 1st and goal to go. Looking for an open receiver on the right. That pass well defended.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 5. They hand it off to the running back. Nickel formation here for the defense. 3rd and goal at the 5. Looking to the right side and throwing. It's off the mark.
I think the big decision is now, Jim, do you kick the football, take the 3 points, or do you go for it on 4th down? To me, you kick the football and get 3 points on the board.
And converts on the 3.
Well, when you get points, it's never a bad thing. That is for sure. Good job by the field goal kicker that time. Nice job by the offense moving the football down the field.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot. And the give to Frank Gore. This will be 2nd down.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Play clock's running down. Frank Gore gets it here. We've hit the 2-minute warning in the 2nd half. Bolden's in the slot. Trying to clamp down here on 3rd and 4. This offense can't be stopped on 3rd down no matter the distance.
It's always good for the quarterback to really do a good job faking the pass right before the draw play. Get the defensive lineman up the field, get the linebackers dropping back for pass, and there's an open gap that the running back took advantage of.
Colin Kaepernick under center. First down and 10. Staying on the ground. And he'll try it left. And pick up about 4.
And you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Bolden's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Second down and 5. Gore going to lose yards here.
Well, that time, the defense gets the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And listen, I blame this one on the quarterback. When you see the defense in a situation like that, you must change the play. Don't waste one in the NFL. You don't get enough chances as it is, and that one lost yards.
Just 23 yards to the end zone. LaMichael James is in the backfield. This game's come to an end.
How much did it surprise you, Phil, final summation, that this game was so one-sided?
Now, to say surprised, shocked. I am shocked. I thought this game could actually turned out the other way, but the fact that it was just a blowout, what a surprise. And I know the losing team, hey, they got a lot of questions they got to answer in one short week.
Let's relive this one amazing play because it's our GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.